If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what do you need to know about giving up on leads and turning them over to a salesperson? Why does it matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Silvenbell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California, on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. So I want to go down a process with you of something you need to know about that typically happens in the busy season. So it's super hot or super cold. So you're at a home, you're at a business, and you look and you're like, man, just getting towards the end of the day, middle of the day, and I got so many calls I got to run to, and there's a problem. The homeowner, the business owner's got an issue with something. There's something that's holding them back. And instead of you, as the individual working through it, you're like, just going to give it up to a salesperson. Now, there is a couple of dangers in this. One, you're not teaching yourself the skills, the talents, and the capabilities for you to sell. Two, you're leaving a problem for somebody else to deal with. Now, if the salesperson closes the deal, they're going to love you. If it's a difficult situation, they're going to be like, this is complete BS, right? And, think about it as a technician, how many times a tech in front of you misdiagnoses a system because it's a tight attic, or doesn't want to deal with a piece of equipment because of the manufacturer support line, or all the things that happen to you as a tech, and you're like, why did this just get dumped on me? Why are you dumping this on me? I've had this happen in every type of business that I've been around. So what you need to know is there's things that you can do to learn from this. There's items, there's specifications that you should learn from, and this right here is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. Type that URL into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, probably your phone number. I'll give you the goods, not the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel. So here's what you do. You either A, work through the problems that you're having on that job. You're like, hey, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to go through this system, this heat pump, this air conditioner, this air handler, whatever it happens to be, and say, I'm going to get this figured out. I'm going to look at the ductwork. I'm going to talk about indoor air quality. It's super important for you to learn how to sell, right? And so B, what you could do is, if you don't know how to fix the problem, call a technician that's above you and say, hey, look, I'm having a problem. I would love for you to come out. I'd love to see how you diagnose this. Okay. Or C, you call a salesperson and say, hey, look, salesperson, senior technician, interchangeable names. And you say, hey, look, having a problem at Mr. or Mrs. Jones's house or Mr. and Mrs. Smith's house. And what I really need to do is I need to figure out how to sell this product, sell this good, diagnose the system. Can you help me out and figure these things out? And what that's going to do is that's really going to help you for the next time that it comes up. To shove off and say, hey, I'm going to give it to somebody else doesn't help you. Because there's going to be a point where there's going to be nobody around and you're like, I don't know how to sell this job. I don't know how to fix this problem. And your role and responsibility is to learn how to do all of this. It truly is. Your role and responsibility is to say, hey, here's all the things that I'm willing to learn. And let's say that you work through a Monday through Friday shift. Maybe you can work on a Saturday with somebody and say, hey, I just want to roll with you for the day. And you get some insights. But you're not going to get paid. Oh my goodness. You're not going to get paid money today, but you will get paid money in the future. Maybe you work from Tuesday to Saturday and you're like, I'm going to go in on a Monday and ride with a sales guy. Or I'm going to go in on a Saturday and ride with a senior tech and see how they do stuff. But if you are just turning stuff over because you don't want to deal with the person because they're difficult, it's a tight space, or you don't know, or it's been a long day, it's part of the gig, right? I have people tell me, hey, Scott, I'm making 150 grand a year. How do I get to 200? That gap of increasing your income in that fashion, in that manner, comes from taking the lumps, from doing the things that you don't want to do, from having the conversations you don't want to have, from meeting with the people you don't like, from sitting in a tight space, for having a conversation when somebody talked to a jerk face from XYZ company that didn't know what they were doing, and then gave you a bear trap and caused you a bunch of problems. You are going to get faster, further, by learning how to do things you don't want to do. You got one of three things to do from here. Come on, one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.